Welcome to your daily focus for September the 12th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and I believe today is a 22 day. I would have to check back, but I think about a week ago I went, oh, we're coming into a 22 day, which is so powerful, so enlightening, so spiritual in many ways. And who did we have fall out? We had the Hermit, another card, the Queen of Wands. All these cards flying out these days. So we have the Hermit and the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is this beautiful energy because the Queen of Wands researches things. The Queen of Wands sits there on her throne and she weighs the options, but then she dreams about the potential. And with the Hermit card, that's a time for us to go within and really understand what we truly want in life. Making the plan. Only then do we emerge to go forward. Once we have that plan in place, once we know we've made decisions, we've decided on things, and the Queen of Wands puts it into action, puts it into motion, but there's love and compassion involved there because it's a female energy. So today we could be making decisions that, it's about our passions, our love, our dreams, our compassion. We make plans and decisions on how to go forward, what that plan looks like, how it's going to evolve. Let's put those back in the deck. Did I say this is, my name's Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you for all of the positive love, support you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Let's cut these cards before they keep flying out. We'll be here all day. And we have the Queen of Cups as the very first card. Now this is love yourself, first of all. You can't possibly extend love of any great degree to anything or anyone else, a purpose, a plan, a desire, or just yourself, your loved ones, until you truly appreciate you, until you understand your worth, until you understand your value and what you deserve in life, and how beautiful and courageous and wonderful you already are. Justice. Justice sits right in the middle. We need that solid foundation. We need that security. Then we have the Page of Cups. What beautiful cards today. Page of Cups. And that is our spirituality. That's our inner child. Start with the Queen of Cups. Back to the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards, I think, in the deck, because it reminds us to love ourselves first, to honor our passions, our dreams, our desires, before anything else, to honor ourselves. So first and foremost, do something beautiful for yourself today. Maybe it's just a 5-minute break away from the chaos of life, our routines. Maybe it's buying yourself something small but means a lot to you. Maybe it's just doing a few positive affirmations about your beauty, your knowledge, your strength, your empowerment, your courage. Once you have that inside of you, you can spread it. You can make other things grow out of love, out of compassion, out of a humanitarian aspect. And with justice right in the middle here, well, let's go over to the Page of Cups for a second, because we have the Queen there, we have the Page. Now the Page is a younger energy. And so this is kind of asking us to look at almost simplifying in order for a greater abundance to come in, a higher success to come in, a deeper relationship to happen in your life. Now, the Page of Cups is one that tells you that the veil is very thin today, that you can talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides, and they will answer. Sit quietly and listen. What comes into your mind? And you know what? When people do this, yeah, it sounds like you. Of course, it sounds like you. Of course, you think you're just having a conversation with yourself. And that's why we put so much doubt behind it. But listen to the answers that emerge from your questions. Be honest with yourself. And you will see how, maybe you thought you needed all this stuff in order to go forward. And today kind of shows you where you can simplify in many ways and have a greater end result because of it. You have justice right in the middle. So between the 2 cup cards, which are all about passion and love, and the emotion, justice is saying we need security. We need barriers. We need limitations. We need the lack of limitations as well. Today is the day where we're going to see where there's true value in maybe a relationship, in a career option, in a community setting, or within ourselves. We need that security. We need that balance. So we need, this is the day when you better show up on time for work because commitment's going to matter. You better do those responsibilities and those obligations because they're going to matter today. And you're going to expect it from other people as well. In order to feel that security, in order to feel that strength, that empowerment underneath your feet, surrounding you. And today is a day to, yes, love yourself, first of all, okay? Appreciate yourself. Believe in yourself. Today is also a day to dream bigger and maybe look at some ways that you can simplify and take away some of the chaos. Remember, the sun is in Virgo, so that's a very good energy always to look at what is needed and what is not needed, what brings in value and what doesn't bring in value, what needs to be addressed and what doesn't need to be addressed. And looking at some of the details of our relationships, of our jobs, of our careers, of our communities. And I think today, if we give it the energy that it's asking us to, we will come to some inner agreements within ourselves about going forward with, I get it's less, but it ends up being more. That there's a whole bunch of little things in there that probably just take up space, that don't really mean anything at the end of the day. What you need is love. What you need is compassion. What you need is a firm foundation, a security, people you can rely on, people that have your back, and those people that you want to protect, that you want to give a firm foundation to. Or it could be a passion, a dream, a desire for some of you. A career move, perhaps. Is it really the best thing for you right now? Is it going to add a lot of extras in your life that it doesn't work? When you really think it through, it doesn't work. Maybe there's another direction you can go. Maybe you are overthinking something and today simplifies it for you. And that really felt right. So where we may be overthinking, where we think we need all this external in order to reach a goal, reach a manifested desire, we find that we don't need all those extras in order for it to come together so completely for us. Let's see what we have for an affirmation for today. Now, with the Page of Cups, a teacher or a mentor could show up in your life, or you could become a teacher or a mentor today in some way by your realizations of what is truly needed for balance to be in your life. Maybe today is the day where you start to understand who you can really trust and rely on. That brings in strength and security, and where you give it out. And is it a two-way street? Does it bring value into your life as well? You have the Page of Water. Open-heartedness, childlike innocence, curiosity, beginning of intimacy and relationships, playfulness and cheerful optimism. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. And that could be also this. Okay, this is the child within. And child within, I mean, think of a child, right? You got a toddler, right? You could buy all the expensive toys in the world and they'll play with the box. Because they don't need all the extras. It's only when we start to get, all the commercials inside of our head saying, well, if you don't have this, you're not going to be successful. If you don't have this, you're not going to be pretty or handsome or desirable. If you don't look this way, if you don't talk that way, if you don't follow these things in your routines in life, people are going to snub you. They're not going to want to be by you. You got to buy this product now. And we start to think that we need so much in our life, and we need to take it back to the simplicity, the childlike part of us. All adventures lead me to where I need to go, and love awaits. Life is a delightful dance, and I'm here to frolic and play. I am ready with a big smile and have on my dancing shoes. So this is asking us to enjoy the now, enjoy life, to stop trying to overcomplicate things, overthink things, not oversimplify, overthink things. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. When's the last time that you went, oh, wow, it's beautiful? When's the last time you took the time and over something small like a flower growing out of a sidewalk or something, a butterfly dancing through the air, a bird singing their song in a tree, a child playing, or children playing? I was at a small little concert one time, and it was in a water park, and they were singing this song that was just beautiful. And I noticed all the people sitting on the benches and everything were watching all these children playing through the water and laughing, and it almost became surreal. And at the end of it, nobody clapped, and I thought, because everybody is just in the now right now, smiling back at the children, laughing and playing, and the music kind of took you away with it, and it was so, I mean, it didn't cost a penny, and yet it brought so much joy, and not a superficial joy. It was just a connection there at the time, and I'm pretty sure that the girl singing went like, seriously, nobody clapped, and she had a beautiful voice and it was a beautiful song, but it really took us into the now and into the moment. And I noticed it on everybody's faces as I looked around. We were all watching the children and smiling at them, laughing and giggling as the water fell down upon them and they filled buckets and they ran through. And we need to, in some ways, simplify the things that bring us joy in our life. We need to take it down a notch. We don't need all the extras. In many situations, you don't need all the extras. If you have all the extras and you find joy in them, that's fabulous. But if you're in search of them and you don't feel that you will find happiness until that moment, you're so completely wrong. The happiness comes first. The things come second. So often. But we live in a world where they have taught us that until you have those things, you can't be happy. And we start to fall into that paradigm. We start to believe that happiness is when we have, not in the getting of, not in the journey, but when we reach the destination. Life is a delightful dance, and I'm here to frolic and play. I am ready with a big smile, and I have on my dancing shoes. This is the day to fall in love with just who you are and what surrounds you. And notice the little things that raise you up, that raise your vibration, that raises your light. And that's when you can really go out and accomplish. That's when you can have that conversation that matters. That's when you can do those actions that just, it all comes together. Because you raised your vibration, because you found the happiness of just who you are and where you are. Even if there's chaos around you. And I know many of you, there is a lot of chaos right now. So what do you have that still, brings in the beauty of life today? I'm going to pick another one for some reason. So here we are, and we've got the Hermit. Hermit fell out at the beginning, and here we have the Hermit again. Guess that's why I had to pick the second one. I love the way they work. Wow. So time out. Sometimes it's necessary to take a time out for regrouping and introspection. This is a temporary experience, but one necessary for growth. When I step back, retreat, regroup, and renew, I have a clear perspective of everything in my life. And so maybe we need to take a step back today and be grateful for what we do have in our lives. And maybe it's not a lot. Maybe it's just a little bit. But when you start to find the happiness and the joy and the gratitude of those things in your life, more shows up. Let's get our wise animals here. Somebody asked me about the journey of love cards. I just haven't been called to it. I kind of go with what they tell me to do. What I feel they're telling me to do. But I'm sure we'll be back to them again. They do sit here waiting patiently for us. And look at this. We have strut your stuff. Love you. Strut your stuff. Understand just how beautiful you are. Please, today, do something for you. Beauty, confidence, foresight, and clairvoyance. Never bend your head. Always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. Peacock is completely aware of his beauty and wants you to work on believing that you too are beautiful inside and out. Peacock believes that you have lost confidence in your inner and outer appearance. Oftentimes, to regain that confidence, you have to fake it to make it. And that's when you push yourself into a vibration which is true self. Peacock may have come into your life to show you that you are coming onto a new spiritual growth path. It may be time to begin working on becoming a certified in Reiki or quantum touch, or take a tarot or meditation class. If you're feeling less than beautiful, embrace Peacock and allow him to help you strut yourself, strut your stuff. I think that's it for Peacock. So we're getting a lot about loving ourselves, and if we need to, back it up today a little bit and really look at what is immediate in our life that we can be grateful for, that brings a smile to our faces, that brings happiness, that brings joy into our life. And realizing, I get this simplifying things in our life today. Looking at what is not really necessary, and maybe it's a goal or a dream or a desire that you've set your sights on, and now once you step it back a little bit, you go, well, that's not going to bring in happiness. That'll make me happier, but that won't bring in the happiness. And realize that you create it in the now. You create that happiness when you raise your vibration. Things start to work out. When you start to realize where you have things to be grateful for already in your life. And it's really about loving ourselves and maybe taking a step back. We had the Hermit twice. Taking a step back and seeing the beauty that's already inside and outside of us. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.